How you doing, Scotty Bear? Back with another video. This video about hiring an accountant, ghost filers, softwares, paid softwares, all the above, and my two awesome paintings here in the background. Anyway, if you are dealing with taxes and you have a small business and you're considering what to do, or maybe trying to scramble to get past years filed to be able to qualify for stimulus, I have some information for you. Now, I hired an accountant, and for years and years and years, I kind of questioned why have I paid so much money to have my taxes prepared by an actual accountant, and questioned that cost. As of course, to hire an accountant is a good amount of money. This is the time and the place where that investment happened to pay off. Now, my philosophy on hiring an accountant is really this: hire a professional. It's going to save you more money in the long run, and indeed, it paid off this go round. As when this pandemic hit and being able to get some of the stimulus money, in most cases you had to present your taxes, and my taxes prepared by my accountant, as they sign off on your taxes, that they prepared them, and so on and so forth, paid off. And how it paid off exactly was this: Chase illegally froze my SBA loan, claiming that it was suspicious and that I needed to produce more documents to be able for them to release this money. Now, Chase's threat to send the money back, or what most institutions, from what I read online, that the bank is threatening to send the money back in order for them to be able to kind of force your hand to produce more documentation, including like Schedule C's, taxes, and so on and so forth. And from talking to the SBA, it's mostly an empty threat of them, sending the loan back. I mean, the SBA kind of chuckled. They're like, "Listen, you signed for this loan. If the bank sends it back, we're just gonna, mail you a check or whatnot." But looking closer at the bank's terms and conditions, the bank was probably prepared to hold on to my money for up to 90 days. I mean, really, they didn't even send me a letter. They just basically, empty, basically said, "Oh, suspicious circumstances," which was, again, pretty ridiculous. But with the pandemic going on and entrepreneurs, I mean, I was a young entrepreneur, kind of dealt with this too, right? I was a contractor, lots of money going in and out, tax bills were high, kind of bit me in the ass early on. That's kind of why I'm so adamant and file my taxes every year. I can kind of remember, I feel a little bit like my dad. My dad used to do his taxes on his own. "I'm not paying anybody," and used to yell at us and, "Leave me alone, I'm filing taxes," doing all this shit on the counter and stuff like that, and filing these taxes, the IRS. I think it's money well spent to hire an accountant. Kind of back that up, I was mocked by my friend recently about hiring an attorney for a ticket that I received. The ticket was pretty bogus in general, but hiring a professional is able to actually get the ticket kicked, and that cost me some money, but again, paid off in the long run. Now, the long run may be this pandemic, right? And I think for entrepreneurs out there, and I have a very small business, not a medium small business. I have a small business with, of course, some people that work with me, and it happened to pay off. And the expense has not been easy. You definitely want to stay away from like ghost filers and stuff like that, because, on your taxes, your accountant, in my situation, you have, there's a little spot right there. You'll see where they'll fill in their details. A ghost filer likely, a person out there with some, street knowledge of filing taxes or whatever, or they may have been like an H&R Block tax preparer or whatnot. It may be even more dangerous than spending the money, or even just doing it yourself with one of these online tools. Or if you're trying to file some sort of business filing, they're likely going to try to charge you something. I think even on the IRS you can file for free. So these companies are with these softwares and stuff are not being completely honest about their fees and whatnot when you're going out there trying to navigate the difficult IRS system and all the above. I'm definitely not a genius when it comes to taxes. And the story I have behind this is, of course, Chase freezing this money, and they unfroze it almost as quickly as they froze it once I presented the taxes to them. But if you're an entrepreneur, have a small business, I think it's money well spent. May not be that comfortable, especially right now during the pandemic, to part with money like that, and you may want to look at that as your plan as far as filing back years and trying to get current to be able to touch some of this money out there. Might be a little bit too late, especially when now that where we in like the fourth round of stimulus programs that are out there. It's definitely a PPP, whereas the first round of monies, they were literally trying to get money out the door. The second round, actually, I was able to touch some of the first rounds. So, many of my friends report to me as to their experience, and they're definitely got the microscope out looking at these companies a little closer before they ship money out. But I definitely feel like money was well spent hiring an accountant. I will continue on. Makes me definitely feel good about parting with the money, that's for sure, especially after this experience. But after reading online about these ghost preparers out there that are trying to target small businesses in many of these groups, I figured it was worth, making a video about this subject. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful Monday afternoon.